These are my 12 habits of highly collaborative organizations. Try to implement all 12. Even though I wrote my book on collaboration in 2012, so 7-8 years ago, a lot of organizations are still in the process of trying to figure out how do we use technology inside of our organizations to drive communication and collaboration. So I'm going to go over the 12 principles of collaboration, or as I like to call it, the 12 habits of highly collaborative organizations. And this is going to be a super quick rundown. I'm just going to list out what the 12 things are, and maybe I'll do a separate video in the future. So I have my little image here that I'm going to read off of because I don't remember all 12, to be honest. So the first one is help employees understand that the individual benefit is just as important as the overall corporate value when using these technologies, meaning it's not just good for the company, it's good for you as a person. Number 2, strategy always comes before technology. Don't just deploy technologies without understanding why, gotta understand the why first. Number 3, listen to the voice of the employee. The whole point of all of this is to be able to get feedback and perspectives from your employees. Listen to what they have to say and make changes. Otherwise, what's the point? Number 4, learn to get out of the way. You can't give employees technologies and then tell them you have to use it like this, don't do that. It's sort of like wear any color you want as long as it's black. It doesn't really make much sense. Number 5, lead by example. If you want other employees to exhibit a certain type of behavior or use a certain technology, then guess what? You as a leader got to be doing the same stuff. Number 6, integrate technologies into the flow of work. In other words, if employees have a certain process or way that they get things done during the day, make sure that technology fits into that process. Don't make it some extra step that they need to take. Otherwise, why would they use the technologies that you're deploying? Number 7, create a supportive environment. You want people to use the technology to elicit a new kind of behavior, create an environment that supports that. Teach, educate, train, whatever you got to do. Number 8, measure what matters. This is super easy in the technology space. Well, I should say it's actually super hard because when it comes to technology, social media, anything like that, there are zillions of metrics that we can look at. Likes, follows, comments, groups, blah, 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 blah. The list goes on forever. Focus on the metrics that matter to you and to your business. You don't need to measure everything under the sun. Number 9, you got to be persistent. Sometimes you're going to run into challenges, obstacles, failures, whatever it might be. Doesn't mean you got to give up. You got to keep going. Number 10, adapt and evolve. Every year, new technologies come out, new ways of working. Well, maybe not every year, but you get the idea. We get new technologies, things are changing on a regular basis. As a company, as a leader, you got to change with it, especially if you want to drive communication and collaboration with technology. Number 11, employee collaboration also benefits the customer. When employees collaborate, they can solve problems quicker. They can give customers more accurate information. So you got to remember, this isn't just about the employee. It also helps the customer. And number 12, collaboration can make the world a better place. When employees can communicate and collaborate, it means that it's easier for them to work. It means that you can introduce flexible work programs, all these wonderful things. So I think that collaboration can indeed make the world a better place. These are my 12 habits of highly collaborative organizations. Try to implement all 12.